Hello everyone, we are Group 20 and today we will be presenting on our topic titled Power to the Parents. Our purpose is that we hope to educate first-time parents and guardians in San Diego about the negative effects of television overconsumption, which stunts their toddlers' mental and social development. In an age where technology is used in everyday living, many parents get lost in the modern shift in society, losing track of how much time their toddlers actually spend watching TV. In our formative research, according to an article titled 0 to 6 Electronic Media in the Lives of Infants, Toddlers, and Preschoolers, it states that in a typical day, 68% of all children under 2 use screen media, that of which 59% of these children watch TV and spend an average of 2 hours and 5 minutes in front of a screen. According to their parents, 43% of all children under 2 watch TV every day, and 1/4 have a TV in their bedroom. 74% of all infants and toddlers have watched TV before age 2, which is why we decided to focus on toddlers around this age group and this behavior of excessive television watching.
Our mission. We hope to educate parents of the dangers toddlers face when excessively watching TV and giving them the proper knowledge and parenting skills they can use in order to regulate their child's TV watching duration in order to maintain a healthy balance. So our group compiled 3 SMART goals. The first one is to decrease the overconsumption of screen time by 30 minutes to 1 hour per day in children by June 2019. The second one is to increase the amount of time parents spend with their children by 15 to 30 minutes on a weekly basis by June 2019. The last one is to increase our recruitment rates of first-time San Diegan parents partaking in #PowerToTheParents ages 18 to 35 by 20% to our campaign.
For our target audience, we have a primary audience of first-time parents ages 20 to 40 years old who have at least one toddler ages 1 to 3 years old. For our secondary audience, we have family members of first-time parents, such as aunts, uncles, friends, and extended family. Our justification is that first-time parents are more technologically literate today and are likely to allow their children to use technology as well, and in this case is watching TV. For our first audience segment, we have Jane, a first-time mother to her 2-year-old toddler. She's 27 years old, married, a stay-at-home mother, and her favorite TV shows are The Big Bang Theory, Stranger Things, and Breaking Bad. She usually watches TV at 9 p.m. for 2 to 2.5 hours a day. For our second audience segment, we have Grandpa Philip, who has 2 children and 1 grandson. He is 72 years old, married, retired, has the favorite TV shows of The Twilight Zone, I Love Lucy, and The Brady Bunch. He usually watches TV around 8 a.m. for about 3 to 4 hours a day.
Okay, so now we will be talking about McGuire's inputs. Our source for this campaign is the #PowerToTheParents page created on Facebook. Our message is to educate first-time parents and adult guardians about the overconsumption of screen time from television. As for channels, we will be using social media through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Furthermore, we will also be using circulating print as one of our channels through the use of flyers. The receiver for our message will be first-time San Diegan parents aged 18 to 35 with a toddler or children aged 1 to 3 years old. Lastly, our destination is to decrease children's overconsumption of screen time in San Diego by informing first-time parents on the harmful effects of excessive screen time. Now moving on to the social cognitive theory. The social cognitive theory states that people learn not only through their own experiences, but also through observing the actions of others. This is also known as vicarious learning. Our program will focus on getting parents to reduce their own TV time because if children do not see their parents watching TV, then they will be less inclined to watch TV as well. In addition, we will take advantage of the time freed up from watching TV to encourage other activities that will allow the child more beneficial and productive stimulation. Social cognitive theory-based parenting tips. The first tip parents can use to lessen their children's television screen time is to keep screens out of sight. The second tip is to turn off the television screen when no one is watching. Now, these 2 first steps should be used so that both parents and children are less tempted to watch the television. Another thing parents can do is to find alternatives that spark those children's imagination. Activities such as art, reading books, or even playing tag all spark children's imaginations just as well as television shows. Furthermore, these activities promote social development and academic achievement. Lastly, the most important tip is for parents to reduce their own screen time. As mentioned in the previous slide, children tend to learn through observing others. So the help belief model. The help belief model is a theory that focuses on self-efficacy. The help belief model encourages people to take positive actions that use a desire to avoid negative health consequences. Our program focuses on increasing the self-efficacy of parents by providing information on the long-term effects television screen time have on children. Our program will provide parents with better skills and techniques to regulate their children's behavior to reduce the duration their toddlers spend watching TV. This will encourage more person-to-person interaction as this is crucial to the child's early stages of development.
We have two promotional pieces. One of them is Facebook. We decided to use Facebook because statistics have shown that 75% of internet using parents use Facebook as a primary social media platform. Parents who use Facebook are more likely to share, post, or comment on this service. Therefore, we hope that our Facebook page will be shared amongst other parental figures. Also, we hope parents, mothers, or fathers can share any advice or comments on the Facebook page. We hope that by utilizing this knowledge, reaching our audience through the hashtag Power to the Parents Facebook page increases our reach. We aim to create a community where parents and guardians can discuss or share advice on this page. Our second promotional piece is print. On the right, you can see a flyer that we created. We decided to use print because it's easier to spread awareness on the topic and dangers of excessive television consumption. Not only is it easier to spread awareness, but it's also cost-effective. Printing flyers in mass numbers is fairly cheap and affordable compared to using other channels. It's also effective. We're able to choose the location and methods in which we spread these flyers.
As for our program evaluations, we will be doing a formative evaluation, a process evaluation, an impact evaluation involving followers and interactions, and a health outcome evaluation. We will also be going over our minimal, modest, and substantial resources for each of the evaluations being used. For our formative evaluation, we will be getting feedback from parents on whether they are interested in following our Facebook page for our minimal resource. We will be giving out questionnaires/surveys regarding how much time they allow their children to watch TV for our modest resource. And for our substantial resource, we will be creating focus groups with viewers as well as direct social media feedback, such as discussing with our audience directly on Facebook. For our process evaluation, we will be monitoring the activity of our Facebook page via followers for posts for our minimal resource. We will be having a checklist to review adherence to the Power to the Parents program plans for our modest resource. And for our substantial resource, we will review Facebook to assess which posts individually have the most user engagement in order to better tailor our future posts. For our impact evaluations involving followers and interactions, we will be assessing visits to the Power to the Parents Facebook page using analytics for our minimal resource. We will determine follower progression over time by utilizing Facebook Analytics for our modest resource. And for our substantial resource, we will be assessing the number of followers/percentage who are actually first-time parents with a toddler. For our health outcome evaluations, we will be monitoring the success of our print media that is distributed around college campuses as well as hospitals and pediatric clinics for our minimal resource. We will be using mass emails, surveys sent to the first-time parents through Facebook mailing lists regarding their toddler's TV watching duration for our modest resource. And lastly, for our substantial resource, we will be using Facebook followers who are first-time parents with toddlers who have developed better parenting techniques to reduce their toddler's TV watching duration.